Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on AUDJPY. As usual, if you like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, AUDJPY has been overall bearish from a long-term perspective, making low lows and lower highs, and lately we have been in a correction phase, just like previously, correction before the next impulse pushed the price lower. And we are currently in the latest correction. However, we are currently approaching the upper bound of this previous high and also the trend line acting as an overbought zone. That's why we'll be looking for short-term sell setups and for the bear to take over from a long-term perspective to start the next impulse movement downward. We need to see a break below this previous major low, just like previously right there. But for now, let's take it step by step around the resistance upper trend line. Let's zoom into lower time frames to look for short-term sell setups. If we zoom into H1, we can see that we have our previous major high. So if you zoom into M30, you can see that previously the bears took over here, pushed lower, pushed took over here, pushed higher, and now from H1 and M30, of course, we have this previous major low, forming a potential head and shoulders pattern. Of course, we'll be waiting for this to happen and then a break below the neckline, which would be also a break below the previous major low from H1. In this case, the stop loss would be above the previous swing high. Of course, after we have this break, we go for a short position and we target a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective, which would be around the lower bound of the channel that we saw from the daily time frame. Meanwhile, and until this sell is activated, AUDJPY is still bullish and can still break above the resistance and even keep on trading higher. Before we continue, I want to tell you about Tickmill. Tickmill is established in 2014 and is one of the leading Forex and CFD brokers with registered users from more than 200 different countries. Tickmill is a no-dealing desk and ECN broker regulated in many countries like the UK, Cyprus, and recently in South Africa. With Tickmill, you can trade a wide range of instruments, starting from Forex to indices, commodities, and even crypto. Most importantly, with very low spreads and trading fees. If you don't have an account yet, make sure to create one using my referral link in the description below to benefit from 5% discounts on your trading fees. And let's continue. As we clearly see, USDCAD has been stuck inside a big range in the shape of a symmetrical triangle, and lately we have been trading this range. For example, we looked for sell setups around the upper bound, buy setups around the lower bound, as you can clearly see from the previous ideas. For now, we are retesting the lower bound again, so we'll be looking for buy setups. Of course, we'll keep on trading this symmetrical triangle even though it's getting smaller and smaller until eventually it's broken downward or upward. In this case, we'll be looking for a buy and we'll be looking for a sell if we have the break downward. Let's take it step by step around the lower band, support, demand, lower trend line. Let's zoom into lower time frames to look for buy setups. Previously, if you remember as well, I've posted this market structure example that the bears took over here, bulls took over here, bears took over, and lately the bulls took over here, bears took over, and now we are following the same logic around the lower bound from a zoomed out picture from a higher time frame, waiting for the bulls to take over again by breaking above the previous major high. In this case, we will go for a long position after a momentum candle close above it, the stop loss below the previous low, which might be here. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, and we target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective. Meanwhile, and until the buyers take over, until the buy is activated, USDCAD can still trade lower inside the support zone before forming a bullish reversal setup or even break the support downward, as I mentioned from daily time frame. That's it for USDCAD. Best of luck, and I'll see you hopefully on the next one.